James is starting off this hour in Tampa, Florida. Hi, James. Welcome to the Dave Ramsey Show.
Hey, guys. How are you?
Great, man. How can we help?
So, question for you both here. Right now, I am 24 and have a great job, and I'm not quite sure where I should be saving my money at. I've been pretty financially responsible, I would say, as of now, but like to start thinking about saving for a home, but I don't know if Florida is my forever place, so just looking for some guidance from you guys.
Good for you. So, how much debt do you have?
No debt.
None at all.
Nope.
No student loan, no car payment.
No, sir.
Okay, very good.
Oh, that's pretty good, buddy. Did you ever have debt at all, James?
I didn't. I was very fortunate that my parents helped me through college and took care of that for me. So, and definitely seeing the returns on that. So I owe them a lot, and they really set me up.
That's pretty cool, dude.
Yes, it is.
So what do you make a year?
I make about $50,000 base, and then commission on top of that.
Mm-hmm. And how much do you have in savings?
About $40,000.
Good for you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Well, dude, you're right. You're on top of the world. You're way ahead of the game for a typical 54-year-old, much less a 24-year-old. So average 54-year-old in America can't lay their hands on $1,000 cash. So you're like 50x of that or 40x of that. Well done. So excellent job. Excellent job. Well, you probably, if you've been listening for more than 10 minutes, we talk about the baby steps.
Yep, absolutely. And that's where you want to get $1,000, which, James, you can do that. That's going to help you break the habit of using debt.
He's got 40.
And you've got 40, so you're well beyond. No debt, so that's baby step 2. Baby step 3 is 3 to 6 months of emergency fund. You're there. So now, buddy, you want to start investing 15%. Are you investing yet?
I am. I'm doing about 5% right now. That's where I wanted to start. I've already made the plan to up that come beginning of 2021.
Good.
Yeah.
And already started talking to someone about that as well.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, let's get that up to 15%. Let's allocate some of the $40,000 for your emergency fund of 3 to 6 months of expenses. I'll just make up a number. Let's say $15,000 is your emergency fund. Okay? It's probably somewhere around there.
Okay.
You decide. Set that in a different account. Just a money market account, just sitting there. Okay? If we did that, that would leave $25,000 in the second account, correct?
Yep.
And that's your down payment money where you're saving for your house. Above the 15% that you're putting into retirement beginning in 2021, any more money that you can save, and dude, you're a saver. You've been watching yourself very carefully. You just keep adding to that $25,000 until you want to pull that money out and build your down payment and make your purchase. In other words.
Yep. And James, I like that you're not rushing to hurry up and buy. You already said you don't know if Florida is going to be where you're going to stay. And so if you're thinking of another state, I'd advise you get in there. Once you get relocated, rent there for 6 months to a year.
Mm-hmm.
Learn about the layout, learn about where you want to live in whatever state it is. And then when you find a place or you think, hey, I'm going to be here for 3 to 5 years, then you can think about buying.
Yeah. And, if you think you're going to be in Tampa for 2 to 3 years, even though it's not, quote, forever, you probably want to talk about buying because Tampa's a great market. It's going to do extremely well on real estate, and it's going to be a great place for you to be an owner. But if you think you're going to be gone within 18 to 24 months, you probably don't want to buy because the expenses will take out any profits that you would have made on the house during that time. You got to own a house usually in most markets 3 to 5 years to make money on it. Usually, otherwise you'd lose money with your expenses on each end.
Yep.
So.
Parents out there, hear this. James's parents taught him about money, and guess what? The boy listened. He not only listened, he did it. So I want to encourage you out there, have those conversations with your young people. Don't have just one. That's called an introduction. But have a series of conversations with them and help them to understand this so they can get out and start to apply it.
I've got a buddy of mine that was a congressman on the wrong side of the aisle, and we're buddies anyway. And he, his daddy was a governor.
Uh-huh.
So he grew up in the governor's mansion. And you know what they talked about at dinner?
What's that?
What do you think?
Politics.
Yeah. And guess what? He's a congressman.
Yeah.
You know what rich people talk about at dinner?
Money.
Mm-hmm. You know what? Rich get richer. Poor get poor. It's not that you're obsessed with it. It's not that you're greedy. It's not that it's preoccupied, but it's part of the rhythm of your life. A lot of poor people and a lot of broke people that act like they're rich but are poor don't talk about money because every time they bring it up, it puts their stomach in their throat. In James's house, they talked about money. Oh, and they did something about it. They paid for his college. And so he's completely set up not only by the financial contribution towards college, but by the fact that he obviously learned.
Yeah.
His mom and dad, the rhythm of their life was they discussed, what you discuss at your dinner table is what your kids are going to become. Do you want them to be spiritual giants? Then you discuss God.
Wow.
You talk about Scripture at the dinner table. Do you want them to be good with money? You talk about money, and you keep it in its proper perspective. You keep it in its place. It's not a God. We don't worship it.
That's right.
But those that don't talk about it don't know squat about it, to your point.
Yeah. And here's the thing. Did you hear the thing out of his mouth? He said, I was fortunate enough for my parents to take care of college.
Yeah.
So he had a spirit of gratitude.
Not entitlement.
Not entitlement. And I'm going to tell you, that entitlement, boy, oh boy, that's another epidemic we got going on out in our country
That's a
today.
pandemic.
It really is. It really and truly is.
I deserve crap because I breathe.
Or it's somebody's fault that you don't have it. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Just, it's time to wake up and take the bull by the horns, and we got to do things for ourselves.
Well, you become who you hang around with, and I think it's your fault that I don't have hair.
There we go.
Here it goes.
First shot fired.
Here it goes.
I
Game
know.
on.
I was trying to be lovable.
Yeah, huggable.
It's on now.
Huggable.
It's fine. We're fighting.
It's
Ramsey.
Monday, and he's huggable.
That's right.
That's him. You do become who you hang around with.
No, I've heard
so that's
you
why
say
Rachel
that.
Cruz doesn't want to come here and do the show.
With either one of us, because she knows baldism is coming. You hang out with us. It's
Baldism.
coming.
Never been a elected president of the United States since television that was bald. Baldism, I'm telling you.
Gerald
It's
Ford.
it's a thing. No, he wasn't elected.
That's true. Dang.
He was appointed.
that
He was
must
appointed because
be
his boss
overturned.
resigned.
All right, Ramsey.
And he did not get reelected, by the way, when he ran. He
All
got
right.
beat.
You and I are running in 24.
That's it.
Ramsey and Hogan.
Baldism.
We're making it happen,
We're
people.
victims. We are victims of baldism.